Love is not how we act based off of how we feel, but rather love is how we act regardless of how we feel. You see, if we were to allow how we feel to dictate how we respond to our life, to our environment, to the people around us, then our life would be very fluid. It would shift with how we feel, and then our reality would also be very unstable. And when we see practices like this, you find yourself in situations where people start to question their gender because they feel something that is not true. So if we look at reality, if we look at the cold hard facts, truth, which is stable, it's consistent, it's non-contradicting, it never changes regardless of the circumstances, then love is truth. And God says, I am love. And Genesis 6, verse 6, it says that God regretted making mankind, that it grieved him into his heart. So God's emotions were full of grief and regret. Those are feelings. But yet God so loved the world, it tells us in John 3:16, that he still gave his only son that we may be saved from ourselves. So we see right here, there's a perfect example given through the identity of God and through Christ, that regardless of how God feels about us, he still loves us. So we need to take this and apply it into how we respond to our environment, to our friends and our family, to our job, our boss, to every circumstance in life. If how we feel is able to change how we respond in that circumstance, then we are not loving in that circumstance, because love never wavers, love never changes, love is consistent, which is why love is patient, which is why love is kind, which is why love is gentle, because love knows its identity and is able to function in its identity regardless of the circumstance. So I hope this challenged you to take a new look at how you treat people in your environment. And if you want to be more like Christ, to understand that you have to be able to overcome your emotions in order to walk in love, which is the identity of God, which is the function of Christ. And that's how we allow the image of Christ to show in our lives. And when we do this, we actually adopt a characteristic called meekness. You see, emotions are power. However, that power, when it goes uncontrolled, dictates and directs our life like a raging current. But when we can control that power, we now have meekness. So I hope this blessed you. If you would like to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. If it did bless you, give a thumbs up. And in Jesus' name, go and